So, yeah, so excited to talk to you today about membership sites. So we've done a lot over the last few months. We've actually covered quite a lot of different things, and it's basically taken us to this point now. So we've done courses, you know all about courses, drips, not bundles, but tiers, all these kind of things. You know how to put a site together, you know, to put content in there. We've covered a lot. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to look at this from a kind of, if you want to run it as a membership site, because a lot of you do. Also, I've got some quite exciting things to tell you as well as far as lives. Remember the week before last, we did the live session. Well, we've had a new update. It hasn't gone in yet, so I'm going to be giving you a quick behind the scenes preview of what you're going to see, what you're going to be able to do. So this is going to be great because you can put it straight into your membership page. So what we're going to do today is we're going to cover the one-page membership system. And then I'm going to tell you what we're going to do next week. So we're going to do a multi-page one next week. So I'm going to give you a kind of idea of how you do it and the exciting things that can come out of that as well. So there's a fair bit to cover, but I'm not going to go fast. I'm just going to keep it quite slow, and so you can all keep up with me. And I'm also going to do Q&As on the way. So that's going to be good as well. So let's have a look at a handout sheet. I'm going to put a little link into the chat so you can download this handout sheet, because I like to do these little things. Let's put that in there. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm also going to turn you so that you can unmute yourselves. Okay, so I'm only doing this just in case I forget to screen share. So you guys know, so you can shout at me if I do forget to screen share. So until we ask questions, don't ask anything until I ask about the Q&A. I won't go too fast, and we just cover things as we go through it. So we've got a few quick Q&A parts coming up with this. So let me go and jump into the slide so you can see it straight away. So here we go. We've got Zenler membership sites. So this isn't a very big slideshow. Basically going to go through with the kind of thinking behind it. So how we kind of see this working, and the warnings that there are when you do use what we're about to use. So the first one is a single page membership site. So remember that the only page that's actually accessible or private is the course access page. So that's going to be our building page for creating the membership style site. So I've kind of given it all away now, that's it. But I'm going to show you. So this is a single page. This applies to a single course to create a membership style site. So the next option we have here is multi-page. Now a multi-page, this is a multi-page course access page, means that you can create multiple pages. Now, the good thing about this method is that you could set up extra pages. So you might have, like we're doing the surfing one, so you might have a membership page for beginners, one for intermediates, and one for advanced users, maybe another one for fitness. It doesn't matter, you can keep growing, you can add as many as you like. But the actual point of this is that we can link between them, so people can jump around. So it's almost you're creating a mini site. So you can put navigation into these course access pages and link around and jump around to them. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing the curriculum. So where you don't have to do this, but for this example, we're going to remove the curriculum. You can re-add it later, and the students will then get access to it. So what is good about this means that you could start your membership page site off, and then you might decide, actually, you know, I want to add a curriculum part to this. I want to give downloads. I want to do something else in there using the curriculum ability, and you can still do that. You can just put it in there. You can just drag the block straight in there, and then you've got your curriculum back. So it will make sense when we actually get in and I remove it and then I re-add it. You'll sort of see what we're getting at. The disadvantage of not adding the curriculum means that because we're only using the course access page, there's no way of tracking a student's progress through your membership course. Okay, so we haven't got that ability. So let me just do the keynote. So using the private course access page, we can present our membership material. We can access multiple courses and use these course access pages to deliver more content. You can, of course, add more and delete from the page if required. So you can update these course access pages, and then it'll, next time they come in there, they're going to see new content on there. So you can change it around a bit. You could have an archive part of it, so you can put it into an archive. So the con of this is there'll be no course tracking. Because you're working in a page, even if it's multiple pages across courses, there's no way of tracking a student's progress through the site. We track their progress through the site by using the curriculum, because they're going through section 1, lesson 2, section 2, lesson 1, lesson 2. So they're going through it. So it actually goes next. So it actually gives a percentage of their progress through it. So of course, on a static course access page, you haven't got the ability to track them going through it. So it's good that you know that, okay? So you'll now understand why you can't do that. So in the future, okay, this is a big one. We're aware of this, and more people wanting the ability to use the page builder for their membership site. So with this in mind, we will be adding a feature to add pages and track pages through your membership. So later on, you won't need the ability to use this multi-page method that we're going to talk about maybe next week. Okay, we won't need that, because when we do bring this feature out, you're going to be able to add extra pages inside of your course and bypass the curriculum. So you can just put those pages in there. So I don't know how we're going to do it yet, but it's going to be you're going to be able to use the page builder to build these. This is massive for you guys, because that's what you've been wanting. So with any of these, single or multi-page, we can still use tiers, and we can still use drip if you want to. Of course, you can still use automation as well. Okay, so that is the basics of what we're looking at. So now I want to just flick on to this slide here. So this is just a sort of a visual for you to sort of understand what's going on. So single page membership, one course. So go through sales, checkout, thank you, go to course access page. So with the multi-page method, we've got sales, checkout page, thank you. And then they go into the bundle, and we're going to be using bundles course access page. So within that bundles course access page, we can add multiple courses that link to that course, that access page. All right. So if this doesn't make sense, it will, but hopefully this diagram kind of explains it all for you. So that's good. Let me stop the share and ask if you've got any questions. Have you got any questions now with what I've just shared with you?
This is Steve. I have a question.
Hi, Steve.
Hi there. So I'm working my site, and I set up actually a bundle as a one-time payment. So with a membership site, would that be the same, or with a membership site, is that more like a bundle with a monthly membership is what we're talking about with multiple courses?
Yeah, Steve, I mean, if we're talking about membership sites, most people are going to be having it on subscription. So they're going to be paying X amount a month, and then the instructor, you guys, are going to keep adding content to it to keep the subscribers entertained. So they keep paying each month. So right. It's not, yeah, I mean, you're right. If you've got a bundled course, you can still use all of the different payment methods. You could take a payment plan, but as this is membership, I'm considering that you're only really going to use a subscription to take money. Yeah. That's what it's for. At the moment, subscription only allows, we only allow recurring subscription payments using Stripe. However, another new feature that's coming out is we're going to be adding, if you saw our office hours, we're going to be adding subscriptions, payment plans on PayPal as well. So that's another new feature that's coming in. So that's two big ones there. And I think the one where we can add extra pages using Page Builder is going to be a massive one for you guys for sure. Plus you can also take payment with Stripe and PayPal as well. So that's good. Are we all clear? Is that right, Steve? You're right with that?
Well, perfect. Thank you.
Brilliant. Right, as there's no more questions, I'm gonna carry on. Right, so let's jump into the site, and I'm going to screen share. Okay. All right, let's have a look. Okay, so I want to show you the page that we've got at the moment. So you'll be familiar with this page. So this is what I've done is, remember last week, a few weeks now, we've been working on the beginner's level to surfing. What I've done is I've basically cloned this, and then I've set up two more intermediate and advanced levels in surfing. So these are pulled in by the dynamic course block. Okay, so it brings in all the courses in here. Now, depending on what you want to do, you might not want these individual courses to show if you're doing it as a multi-page. So we can just make them secret. It's really easy. But you'll also notice that there's no pricing on here. So none of these courses, if I just click into this one, for instance, you're going to see that this course is not open for enrollment. Why? Because there's no pricing set up for it. So even though they're publicly viewable on my site here, you can't buy them. Okay, so if you tried to buy them, and this is useful for you guys to know, if you try to go enroll in course, click any of the buttons, like course pricing is nothing in there because I haven't got anything. But if I try to click this button here, it's not going to take me through to the checkout page. By default, if you've got no pricing, it will take you through to get in touch, the contact page, or support page. So it's good for you to know that. You don't have to have that button going there. You could put that button to somewhere else if you wanted to. And we're going to look at this later because I'm actually going to consider that all of the courses that I've got on, you can't buy them. So you can only purchase the bundle for going in, but that's the multi-page version. So I want to set this site up, or this course, with as a membership page. So basically it'll be a page, and we're going to get rid of the curriculum. It's that simple. So let's do that. So I'm going to go into the courses. You can see these courses are published here. And just because I don't want to mess these up, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to clone this here. So I'm cloning this one out so that it just saves me doing a lot of work. And I'm going to call this surfing membership. I call it single page. Of course, I wouldn't call that if I was actually doing it, but as this is training, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to select that, copy that, put that in there, paste it, and I'm going to click update. Okay, it's not published yet. So now I'm going to go into my pricing. So I'm jumping straight to pricing, and I'm going to say that I'm going to take maybe £5 a month. So I'm going to click next. I'm going to go to GBP. I'll just put 5 a month. I'm not going to put an additional fee. Billing is going to be monthly. And remember, I've set up my Stripe. I've got my Stripe and my PayPal, but Stripe's going to be taken for this. So I've got this set up. If you haven't got that set up, you're not going to be able to set this pricing up. So subscribe. Right, and click finish. Oh, need a name. All right, job done. So that is now, I've set this up. I've got this as a monthly plan. So let's have a look at this as the course. So I'm going to jump back into my courses, and you're going to see it's there. Just to make things really clear, I'm just going to turn these ones off. So I'm basically going to come into this. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to unpublish these. So go back to course here. Go in here, unpublished. I've got no users in here, so it doesn't matter that I'm unpublishing them. And there, unpublish, back to courses, jump into here, and I'm actually going to publish this. Now, I wouldn't normally publish this straight away because I want to go through and change the pages. So I normally leave it unpublished, but for this training, I can do that. Now, I'm not setting any drip up with it. Of course, you should set up your automations, but I'm not going to for this because we've talked about automations, you know all about that. So I don't really need to go into that. So it's mainly the page that we're looking at here. So I'm going to jump back into the site on incognito, and I'm just going to go to the home page again. And you're going to see that the only page that comes up is now this surfing membership single page, £5. So as I've got a pricing in there, it's showing there. So if I click in here, you could then enroll in this and pay the £5, okay, for a monthly, £5 a month for all billing. So let's go back. And this is the sales page for this. So it equates to back inside here, pages, and it equates to this page, this sales page. Okay, so now with the sales page, again, I don't have to go into a lot of detail here because we've covered page builder and these things, but it's really important that you actually make it reflect your membership. So you need to go in here and change it to whatever you like, join my membership, blah, blah, blah. But what we have got in here is a course curriculum. Now I want to do this as a single page. I don't want to be using the course curriculum at this stage. So inside of the sales, I've got to get rid of the course curriculum block. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to come in to edit this page. And you need to flick through them quite quickly. Just remove the blocks you don't need. Remember, you can always add them later. So you don't need to stress about, oh, what if I remove it, can I not get it back? You can always get it back. You can just search the blocks for curriculum. You're going to see it come up, drag that block straight in, and you're done. So whilst that loads, okay, so we're on the page. So obviously you'd style all this, make it look all fancy. And we got the block here for the course curriculum. I've also got the course pricing there, which is fine. I can delete that out, click delete. And there we go. So let me save that now. Obviously you'd set your SEO up as well. And now if I refresh this page, we're going to get no curriculum in there. So you'd say something like join my membership, get the latest articles or whatever you like. You don't even have to mention the word curriculum if you don't want to. So the curriculum has been removed there. The checkout should be all okay because it doesn't reference any of the curriculum or any of that stuff. That's perfect. Check the thank you page. Again, that should be perfect as well. So there we go. That's good. So the last page, really important page, is the course access page. So our course access page at the moment, it is purely geared towards the course player and the curriculum, because that's what we've been filling out all of our details with. But we don't want to do that. We want to actually use it to build our pages in here. So let's edit it. So I just did a bit of housekeeping there while that was loading. All right, so that's I'm in my course access page. So first thing, first thing I want to get rid of is the progress, because it's not going to be recording anything because they're not going to be working through this. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to delete it out. And also we don't want to use the curriculum because maybe we haven't got a curriculum. We just want to build that one page. So again, I'm going to delete that out. So now what this is going to give us is, in fact, I can get rid of the review block as well, unless you want to keep it in there. But I've got nothing in here now. So now I can start to design my page up. So I could go in and I could start to add a block in here and then just start to add content in from this. So I'll add a row in here and put some text in. So there we go. Welcome to, so this is now what they're paying for. So obviously if someone bought into this, there'd be nothing in there. But what you can do is you can start filling content in there. So you could start adding video, you could using the blocks, you could basically build this page out however you like to. So I think I've got some custom blocks in here. I think I've got some from here. So I've got this one. Let me drag that in there. Okay, I'm not going to start filling this out, but you can see that I can start to put in things in there. Like if I wanted to, I could put a video in there. So if I could either have that on YouTube or I could upload it directly from Zenler itself. So if I went into video, it's going to ask me for video. I can use embed code, or I can go and put one of my videos in there. There it goes. You could add another row. Let's just do 3 in here. Video. Let's take that one. Add an element. So a lot of people want these membership pages to have these videos in them, and then they might want to change them each week. So you've got people in that membership page. You might want to then keep it updated, change things around, new content goes in there, old content drops down, but it's all using the page builder. So that is saved. Right, that is saved. So let us now go and check it out. So I'm going to add myself to the course. So let me close that. I think that's okay. Close that, jump back to here. That's all good. Right, going to jump into the site. I've got myself, I'm set up as a user here. So I'm going to add myself to the course. This is just a quick way of doing it. So I'm going to go to the little pencil icon, I'm going to go to courses, and I'm going to go and choose the course to enroll in, which is surfing, and then monthly plan. I'm going to click enroll. So now I'm enrolled. I can jump into incognito and we can look at what we've got. So let's sign in. Hopefully I've got the right password here. And let's jump in here because I'm enrolled in that course only. Oh, I've put the wrong password in. That's not clever. All right, 2 secs. I'll just put a password in here. All right, good. I'm sure it was that. Never mind. All right, there we go. So I'm logged in now. So say I bought that course, I'm paying £5 a month. I now see on my page, if I go to my courses, that I have my membership site. So let's go in there. And what we're going to do, what we're going to see here, remember I would have gone through the sales page, then that would have got me excited to buy into the membership. I would have then bought at the checkout page, I would have got a thank you, and then I would have got this course added to my courses. So now I can click in here, and straight away I've gone into that page. No course curriculum in there, just a membership page. And that is it. So I'm going to ask you some questions because I'm sure you want to know certain things. So let me just cancel this. All right, guys. Questions? Linda?
Hey, I'm new to this membership thing. How do you start archiving your products, your information?
Right.
It's going to get really long eventually. Keep adding. Yeah.
Absolutely. What I would suggest is that's something really important actually, especially with people that are doing, lots of people want to do like video libraries. And although you saw me add like 4 videos, like three columns and one top video, if you put lots and lots and lots and lots of videos in there, it will really slow down the page. So archiving is, as you say, Linda, really important. So I think for archiving, we really need to look at using the multi-page system, because that will give you access to not just one course access page. You can have access to, you could set a course up and you could call it archive, and you could put all your archive stuff in that page. You can set another course up, call it archive 2, and put more in to break it up. So you're going to see we can jump across from page to page. So I think that would help. Obviously, when we bring out the new feature, what you're seeing here, where we only have one course access page, is not going to be a problem, because we're going to be able to add more pages, and we're also going to be able to track the progress through those pages. So this means that, like you were saying, for archive page, you can set another page up, call it archive, and have another page, call it intermediate surfing, have another page, call it advanced surfing. What we're going to be doing next in the bundle is to actually create one bundle and put multiple courses in there, just to access the course access pages of each course.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Is that right? Okay. All right. Anna?
Oh, hello, David.
Oh, yeah.
Good afternoon from Portugal. I think my question is what you're going to cover next. I just realized, I think, because I've got the membership, which is it's set up as a bundle. So what people have the access is a page where I've got the different courses. And but my question was, in the beginning, I set it up a pricing for the membership, and then I deleted that price and made that people, when I put a new price on, people enrolling now and buying it now, they don't have access to some courses I did it before, because they were set up as, no, I mean the people who bought it first, so imagine 99 for 19.7 for a year. They accessed as the price was a subscription, yes, and then they had access for the bundle that I put on that pricing, and then not knowing how to work with the platform, I deleted that price and made a new price up. And of course, I put more courses on this bundle, and people who enrolled with the old pricing, they cannot have access to the new courses I put it on.
Yes.
Do you understand? Yeah. Yes, that's what my mistake was. I should.
Yeah,
the thing is, you don't delete prices, you just update prices. That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. But you can't just update a price. I mean, we're talking about payment problems here, because like you can't, if someone signed up for £5 a month, you can't just like say, right, okay, I'm going to increase my prices and put it £10 a month, because what will happen is the subscription has been set up at £5 a month. So the only way that you can get them to pay £10 a month is to get them to cancel and then get them to buy the subscription again. That's how we've got it. We are looking at that as well, but I'm not sure how it's going to work out. So they've actually bought that subscription. But from the other thing you were talking about, where you've deleted it out and someone's got access or hasn't got access to all the information, you might have to export those users out, import them in, and add the course. When you import them in as users, you can then add them to a course.
Yeah,
you could do it that way.
Yes, in this case, because it's still small, well, not many people. I hoped to grow, but at the moment was what I asked was the people to enroll the new courses. I did the other way around. Instead of being me, I just gave them the enrolling page for that course.
Yeah.
And they did it. Yeah, that's the only way. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'll work as well. that
Okay.
that'll work. It depends, you know. It's sometimes easier to be, you know, to be honest with your students and say to them, look, I've done this. I need you to cancel so that you can buy this, because you're not going to be charged. I can't just automatically up. If you're transparent with people, that they actually quite like it, because it's like, oh, that's good. They can't just change the subscription and charge me more money. You know, that's what some people think happens.
Oh.
We can't do that. So
now,
yeah, good.
Yeah. Now just one thing. So now I'm gonna open the membership again. How do I put with a different price? Because I did a founders launch in April, and now it will be, of course, a different price. So how they?
Well, you can if you we're not you can if they're on a founder's price, then you could, and they're paying for it, you could what you should do, right, is it's a bit like our price hike when we do for Zenler, when we're increasing our prices as we go towards launch. You've basically given them a membership to your site for X amount of month. I don't know, you might have it going on forever, and they're paying a certain amount of money. But if you want to if you delete that pricing out, they'll still carry on paying that pricing.
Yeah.
So you can add your new one in. So you've given them a discount, so they're on there, but you should email them and say, look, if you cancel your subscription, okay, if you cancel your subscription and then you want to resubscribe, it's now going to cost you this much, so that they're aware of it. So you're communicating with them, and then they'll be like, oh, well, I'm getting a great deal, so I'm going to stay subscribed. And you're communicating with them as well. They know what's going on. It's always good to, when you're talking about money and pricing, you need to be really clear with people. Otherwise, they'll think something's going on, or they'll be confused by it. So definitely send a mail out to them. And then once they know that, then you've informed them. Then you can delete the pricing out, add your new pricing in there. So any new people that are coming in can then buy it for that price. And your old people that are already on there, they're paying that cheaper price. But if they cancel, they'll have to resubscribe at the new price.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, thank you, David. Yeah.
Definitely email them, though, Anne. It's a good idea.
Okay, thank you.
It's all right. Danilo? Danilo. Oh, sorry.
How are you, David?
I'm good, thank you.
Just a quick question. Is there a disadvantage of having as a membership just one course and just adding modules to the course as opposed to what you showed us?
What with the multi-page as opposed to the single page?
Right. So it's just one course. I mean, the same thing as you did, but instead of, eliminating the curriculum and everything, just keep the course and just keep adding modules. So then you have all the quizzes and everything else that you have available in a regular course. Is that
no, it's a good question. It's really up to you. A lot of people don't realize that you can actually just get rid of the curriculum and the course player. A lot of people have asked, like, I don't want the curriculum, I don't want sections, I don't want lessons. I just want to build my pages using Page Builder. So a lot of people have asked that question, and I'm like, well, just delete the curriculum out and then build your page in the course access page. But then they're like, well, yeah, but then I've only got one page. But some people like to have a nice big page, one single page, and at the bottom they still like to add extra information with sections and lessons. But if you're going to just use the curriculum, then it's really, you can still run that as a membership site. A lot of people do, but I'm just giving you the option of what people are talking about, so you know that you can leave that curriculum in there and you can do what you like inside those pages. Yeah? Are you all right with that, Danilo?
Yes, I'm okay. I just didn't know this is the way to do a membership one page as opposed to, you got me.
No, I understand. It's kind of there's so many ways to do how people want to run it. Some people might want to have quite a lot of content on their course access page that they update, and they want people to get that information really quickly. Other people might want to use it to use a little bit of information and basically get people to work through the actual curriculums, the site themselves. Other people might want to use the multi-page method so that they can access different pages. It's up to you. You can mix and match how you want it to work. But the main point here is to realize that you can bypass the course curriculum altogether if you want to create a membership site or a course. It doesn't have to be a membership site. It might be a one-off course. And that leads me to, like with this page that you've seen here, we could easily sell a digital product. And I know this has been asked for as well. And this is what I was leading to with this thing. So I'm just going to screen share with you again. And if you had set this up, this page, and you wanted to sell a PDF in here, as a digital download, you could do that. You could put it into the curriculum, but you could also go into your course, and instead of having it as a subscription in here, I'm going to leave the monthly plan in there, but you could do a one-time purchase. And I could go in here and say this costs £50 and name it download. And then, of course, PDF, and then click finish. I know this was asked for, I think, last week. So I'm going to add it in here, and I'm going to jump back into my course page. Pretend this is called surfing download guide or something. And we jump into the page again. So now I've got access to just this page and a curriculum added to it. I can come into edit here. And whilst that's loading up, I'm going to jump into a PDF that I would have uploaded. I'm going to go to site, I'm going to go to media library, and you can upload files here. And I've added I haven't, let me just add this. Let me add that file that we added. Membership worksheet, there it is. Upload. Okay. So I've uploaded that. That's a zip file, but it could be a PDF, or it could be a PDF that's been zipped. So then I could just grab this link here, this little copy link. I can go logged in users, can download this. So I'm going to copy this. I can jump back to my page. Remember, this is my course access page. And inside here, I could put something like, forget I've got anything in there at all. I could put download PDF. And then I could just go across this, add the link, drop that in there, insert, and suddenly I've created a digital download. It's as simple as that. So when someone comes into your course and they go and buy it at their price, they'll finally get to the course access page and they can download the zip file there. You can see it's coming up down the bottom left. See that? So if I click that, it will download that as a PDF. So that basically we just created in 2 seconds, we just created a digital download. So that's how easy you could do that. And that's bypassing, that's removing the curriculum and adding just a download link straight into there. So am I going too fast for you guys? Are you all right with this? All good, 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 good. Excellent. Right, so pricing, one-page membership. Oh, did quite well. This is good. I might even get on to showing you the bundle thing. Right, before I do that, I just want to show you how you can add the curriculum back in. Now, you remember this site has got a curriculum already built. We've built this, this bit here. It's just fake, but we've built it in. So if I want to add that curriculum back in, so say I've got this page set up, I've got people in there, but then I want to like just extend it. Maybe I want to use the course curriculum area to hold downloads or extra videos or Linda archives, right? We could do that. So you could use this area as an archive area. Perfect.
You're not screen sharing, David.
Hello? All right, screen share. Fabulous, fabulous. Right, okay. So you saw this download bit, yeah? Did I? Yeah?
Yeah, I saw that bit.
Oh, that's good. Right. Yeah, so Linda, it's like, because we still got this course curriculum in here, or even if I didn't, I could create it. So I could have my one-page membership with all my content in there. And I could then later on, I could then say, right, okay, well, I'm moving that content now in that page, and I want to put it into the course curriculum as a kind of archive. This would be a perfect way of doing it. So you could add your archive into the course curriculum, and then you could add it back in to the course access page. So really easy. We can go to blocks. We can go down to courses, and you can see if we scroll down here that we have the course curriculum. We also have a closed collapsed version, which is, I didn't actually notice this till the other day. This is the standard one that's open, but this one's closed. So you actually manually have to open it up. And this works a lot better for me. I'm going to get that and I'm going to drag it into here. So remember, you've got students already in there. You're adding this content into the page. Automatically, when they next log in, they're going to get this fresh content added to them. So you've now got it in here. We could call this, especially for you, Linda, we can call it archive. We could save that off. And now if we jump back into Incognito and refresh the page, we have added back in our course curriculum. So they could jump straight into there, and then they could jump back to this page if they wanted to. So that's how we could take out the course curriculum, add it back in again, and of course do what we like inside that area. So we're trying to give you flexibility. You could use it if you want to. You don't have to use it. We've given you a lot of choices. You could also insert what you like. So you'd put the download in there, upload a file, just grab it from the media library, the link for it, the share link, and then just dump it in there, put videos in there, whatever you like. So that is how you can do a one-page membership site for this. So I'm going to open this up again before we move on to the next part. So are you clear with that, guys?
Just a question, David.
Hi, John.
You know, you said if you get too many videos in there, it's going to slow things down. Is it possible to, instead of embedding the video right there, almost have it look like blog post perhaps, where you've got a little image, a description, and the member can click on that to open a video somewhere else, so you're not loading a lot of videos up front?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people actually go and I mean, if you wanted to, you could create a page so for each video, but it's a bit of a cumbersome way of doing it. A lot of people link straight to like a YouTube. They might have it privately listed or unlisted on YouTube, and then just have it on there. It's difficult because if we put it, you could write some scripting. I don't really want to. It's kind of a ninja trick, a bit of coding. To actually open a window up that would just pull it from the source across. And I'm going to be adding that to the Ninja Tricks course, but it is a bit of coding. So it's something that people always face when they're embedding videos into any kind of websites, where if you start to build up a massive library of things, then it really slows the site down. And a classic case of that was the tutorial site, where I had lots of videos on our Zenler page. And that was exactly what happened with it. It wasn't that noticeable, but I could see the load time really changing on this page. So I was like, I know that's not good, because I want to add a lot more to this. So what I ended up doing in the end was, as you said there, just going here and linking to Vimeo, of course, is really good because you can lock it to a URL. So it remains private and it'll only open it up if it's coming from that URL. You could use YouTube. If you're doing a lot of these, you might want to use Vimeo or use some custom coding. There's lots of custom coding that will pop stuff up from a link. So if I click here, for instance, it's going to take me straight to our YouTube channel with our video in there. So I think that's what you want, John, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it is. Thank you.
Perfect. That's good. All right. Any other, Jim?
Yeah, quick question, David. As a membership site, do the members get notified if there's a change or an update to the site?
No. You'd have to send something out to them.
Okay.
Because you're not even with a normal course where you've got the curriculum and the sections, if you add something to it, it doesn't send an email out telling them there's new content. So I'm guessing like if like on my course, for instance, I do like jewelry course. When I add a new section, if it's taken me a long time to do and there's a lot of lessons in there, then I generally send out an email broadcast telling them that, look, there's a new section, or I post it on my social media sites. It's actually a really good way to actually promote yourself as well. You might not want to keep it undercover too much. If you're adding quite a big change to the site, you probably would want to shout about it to all of your social media feeds to drive new traffic, people to see that content's changing on the membership or the course. It's definitely a good way to show that the site's buzzing and constantly moving.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Hi, David.
Hi, Martina.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Got a question. I started building the one-page membership, and it's coming along, but there's so many different areas that the page is becoming longer and longer. So I had a thought. So just tell me if I'm on the right track. If I created separate pages, like 3 additional pages, right? Make them private. And then the main page, once they're registered and come in, they'll have an idea of where to find the other resources. Like, for instance, I have, of course, because everything I do is mostly about fitness. So I have nutrition, then I have fitness and resources and video and links. And I created that at the top of the page. And then I have like a little blurb. But what I want to do is just create those 3 other pages so that people could, like from the top, if they're looking for information about fitness, just click on that and go to that page. But I would have to go into pages, right? And create those pages and keep them private. Yeah. Is there another workaround, or will that even work?
Martina, yeah, I understand what you think. This is a big thing. This is what really confuses people. Even if you make a page private, it's not or secret, or you make a course secret, you can't stop people from actually viewing it. With pages. In particular, you're talking about making it for logged in users, yeah?
Yes, correct.
So that's any logged in users, right? So it's not particularly looking at logged in users to your course. It's also looking at people registering on site. So if someone registers on a site, they could, I mean, it's unlikely, but they might find the page because they're logged in on the site.
Oh,
you see?
That brings up a point, because I see where other people have, right now I have 6 students because this is my first course that I'm actually doing. But I see where it's like, I said, where are those people coming from? Right? So you're saying that other people, even though it's private.
Yeah, it's not private. You're just saying, like, pretend there's a red door and a green door. And the red door is for people that have bought your courses, registered on your site, and all your content is on there. Anybody that can go into the red door, yeah, they can see all of the content that's in there. So if it's a page, we're talking, what you want to do, exactly what you want to do is what we're going to be doing next, which is a multi-page site. So you're going to be creating, using a bundle, you're going to be creating multiple course access pages.
Okay. Yeah.
Because that locks them out then. Now, remember what I said right at the beginning, we're actually bringing in a feature. There's no ETA on this. I know that we're bringing a feature in, but there's been given no time scale on it. And we're going to have the ability to be able to add pages. When we get that ability, then what you're talking about is going to be really easy to do. Okay. At the moment, we've got to kind of run through a little bit of a process to get to where we need to be. But later on, we won't have to. But I mean, the good thing about this is, even though I'm going to be showing you how to use bundles and access multiple pages. The good thing is that when we do bring extra pages into this, it's not really going to affect anything, because what you're going to do is you're just going to add your pages. You're going to then take the content you want in each of the pages, and the courses that you will have added to the bundle, you can just remove them and let those pages take over. So it's not going to cause any friction between, I've asked the question, so there's not going to be any friction between this. You're not going to have to say, everyone enroll and come into this course for this to work. So that's the good side. But you want to be doing the bundle method. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run through quickly what we're going to be doing next week. And some of you might be like, oh, well, that's all right, that's easy. You know, none of you really have asked too many questions about actually doing the one-page membership site. Okay, so because you haven't asked many questions, you've got it. So, and because you've got it, this next part's going to be really easy. Now, remember the diagram I was telling you? We're going to create a bundle, and we're going to put a series of courses in the bundle, and then we're going to access those course access pages because they're going to be inside the bundle. So I'm going to quickly flash through this, and next week we're going to cover it in detail because we're kind of getting low on time. So I'm going to do this really quick, and then I'm going to finish off with something else. So let's jump into here. I'll close all this down, and let me close this page down. We're finished with this course. I'm actually going to delete it out. Okay. So I've got 3 courses in here. Oh, that's not worked. Why has that not worked? Oh, because I've got a student added to, oh, don't worry about it. Okay, so we've got 3 courses, beginners, intermediate, advanced. So what I'm going to do is I need to publish these courses to get them to work. So I'm going to go in, publish the course, hit the back arrow, and we'll be ready. Right. Right, also in these courses, none of them have got pricing set up. Right, so remember that none of them have got pricing set up. So that means that nobody can buy the course, but you can still add it to a bundle and they can access the course because it's part of the bundle. So let's jump back there. Now, if you want to sell these as individual courses as well as the master membership, then just make sure that you add prices to here and you make them public. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to, you need to make sure that your course is marked, and I know it is because we turned it off, is make the course secret here, okay? Right, and this will, making the course secret will just mean that it doesn't show up on the home page. So don't worry about this, I'm going quick, but we're going to be covering this next week. So if you look at this course now, you can see, because I made that advanced one secret, it isn't showing up in here. So let me just go make the other secret as well. Let's jump in. I'll just make this one secret as well. And make secret. Yeah. Now, making secret doesn't mean that people can't find it, because they can. Update. And I can prove that even though I've made it secret. If I go to the page and I go to the sales page and I click this copy URL and I come into incognito, I can still get to the page. All right. So it purely makes it secret from the homepage point of view. It doesn't show up in all courses, basically. So if I click this now, you're going to see that nothing shows up in here because they're all secret. They're published, but they're secret. So now they're all secret, they're all published. I'm going to now create the bundle. So I'm going to go into bundle, I'm going to create a bundle. So remember, bundles here. Let me just do that again. You go to courses, you go down here to bundle, you go create bundle, and we're going to call this membership. Okay. And I won't give anything else. You can also allow automation, drip of content for this bundle. So this basically means that any of your courses inside the bundle, if you have automations and drip, you can turn them on. You can make them activate. I tend to turn it off because the bundle itself can drip and add automation as well. So I don't use it, but some people might want to do that. So if you do, you've got the ability. So let's create the bundle now. So what we're going to do, it's a little bit different. When you create a bundle, what it does is it doesn't give you, you'll notice up here, it doesn't give you a curriculum because there's no curriculum. A bundle is a container. It's like the box and the presents are inside it. So you've got no curriculum. It's not made in a way as a course, but it has got a sales page. It has got a checkout page. It has got a thank you page, and it also has a course access page. So the first thing we'll see in here, I'm just going to go to bundle details, is that's our bundle. That's our URL. We've got all that down there. We go across to content. Now this is where you add the courses to the bundle. Let's go in here. Let's go and click. I don't want that one. I want the beginner's guide. So I'm going to click add course. I want to go to the intermediate guide, add course, and I want to go to the advanced and add course there. All right. Notice you can drag them around and that should be done there. Now I want to go to the pages, and this has got our pages in here. So I'm just going to publish this course. I'm going to do more next week. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to linking the pages. We're going to be jumping from one page to another easily in the system. But I just wanted you to see how this is kind of working. So let's go and add me as a user so I can actually get access to it. Go in there. So courses. So I'll just unenroll myself from that one and put myself into this membership one. I haven't got a plan. It should be all right. So with the bundle as well, you'll want to go and set up a pricing plan for this. So I'm going to go into pricing, add new plan, subscription, click next. I'll just put this in here, it doesn't matter. And we'll call this membership. Subscription. There we go. Oh. Finish. Right, jump into incognito now, and let's go to my courses. What you're going to see in my courses is it shows beginner's level in surfing, intermediate level in surfing, and advanced level in surfing. So we have added ourselves as a bundle. So these courses have all automatically appeared in here. Now, what is great about this is I could add more courses to this. I can just come into the content and I can go in and let's add that single page surfing site. Let's click that. It's going to ask us straight away, do you want to apply this to existing students? So if I click no, I would not get access if I've already bought it. So it would only be for new people that come in. The problem with this is from an administration point of view, it's an absolute nightmare because it's like, did they buy 3 when I launched 3 and then they didn't buy the 4th one? So I always tend to apply it to all so that they have access to everything. Then I know where I am. It just makes my life easier. So if I now jump into this and I refresh this, you're going to see that we now have access to the next one. So it's automatically jumped in there. So remember that all of these are one-page sites. So you can now, you've got access to 1, 2, 3, 4, and this page, course access pages. So if I was to go into the pages here and go down to course access page, and this course access page that I'm editing now is this page here that we saw those courses into. I don't have to have those blocks in there. You know, I don't have to have these dynamically generated blocks. I could set my own up. So I could put a button in there saying, beginners level in surfing, check out this page. And then I could have a button, go straight to that course access page. Then inside the course access page, I could say, go back to the home page. And then they can jump back to the home page. And then I could have intermediate. So you could jump around. You don't have to have them laid out like courses. And this is the big thing for next week that I'm going to be showing you. So you can see in here, we have this membership page in here. And there's our things, but I could go in there and change this membership. And I'm not sure why that's come across. Just delete it out. Let me click this. So let's just view this page. So there we go. We have a course access page here. This is the one that we're going to be accessing. This is the bundle. And now whenever you click one of these, you're going to go through to that page. So this has still got the curriculum in there, but this one hasn't. So if I jump through to that, you're going to see this page here. So by linking all of these up and putting navigation in here, if you like, we can jump between the pages, and nobody that's in there will actually realize that we've made it up using 4 different courses. This is what we're going to do next week. We're just going to stylize it. I'm going to go over it a lot slower, and and then you'll understand as we go through. But that is how it kind of works. So we'll do that next week. I think my voice is going a little bit. So guys, what do you think about that? Does it sound good? Does it make sense to you? Do you understand how you can use that bundle? It's like a box, and then inside it, we could wipe out the content that's in there. It's been dynamically pulled in, and we can just manually just link between all the pages. We're going to be using 3 courses. We're going to be using the beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And we're just going to create simple navigation, just like a normal navigation block. And we're going to reuse that block in all of the pages to be able to jump around. And then it will be like being on a website, but they will have paid for it. So now you're expanding it to being a real fully fledged membership site where you're putting your content in there. You could have you could do one for blogs, as Linda mentioned. You could do one for archives, you know, anything you like. So if you can get this mindset working, it really opens you up to opportunities with how it works. Now, like I said before, when we do bring in this new feature of being able to add lots of pages and use just the page builder, it's going to be really, really good for you. So have you got any questions?
Yeah, David, just a question.
Okay, John. Yeah.
So I can see how using a bundle. So if I've got a program of 3 courses, I can bundle those 3 courses for a slightly different price, or people can buy individual courses. So that works. The membership part, I might be including where you've almost got like a mastermind. So you've gone through the courses. Now you can graduate into the mastermind, and the membership could include a bundle as well. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can't put a bundle inside a bundle if that's what you're.
Oh, yeah, that's the question I'm asking. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. But you know, it's like if you wanted another area of that, you just need to think how it's going to kind of work. But if you wanted another area, it's like Linda was looking for archive. So I keep mentioning that, but but you could set a course up and just call it archive, and then you'll have access to that course access page. Remember, we're going to be manually putting buttons in. So we could, if we wanted to, if we got rid of all the dynamic elements that pull stuff in, we can control where anything goes. So if they're coming into the bundle, we don't have to necessarily send them to the course access bundle page, which is what happens by default. We could put a button in there and send them to the archive or to the mastermind course access page, and they will think that they're on the home page, but they're not. They're just in one of the courses inside that block.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I'm going to do some diagrams and things so you can see how things kind of move around and how it works. Just visually, it will be a lot clearer for you to see. And when I actually start to do it and go through it slowly, hopefully there'll be a lot of questions on it, and then I can answer them as we're going through. I know people have asked it, like I did the digital download, so you can see how that works. But there are other things I want to show you how you could actually probably how you can set up or sell physical products to go with things as well. So these are all things that are going to come out of it. But someone else had a question. Paula, was that you?
Yeah, I just wanted, I think you're going to cover this next week, but when you talk about moving from page to page, I take it that you're talking about embedding links to the course access page on each of the individual courses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, that sounds really cool. Okay, lovely, thank you.
And it's really easy to do. You can just grab, because you've got all those pages, so you've got the URL, you can just copy it, paste it in, and we'll make it look pretty and stuff when we've got more time, because I've covered the basics. You understand, well, it's basics. I've covered the principles here. So if you understand the principles, don't, if I've just blown your mind with what I just did, don't worry, we're going to go over it very slowly. I just wanted you to be aware that we're using the bundle as a box, and we're putting the courses or the presents inside the box, and then you go in and pick whichever ones you want.
I use bundles with my course, so that's fine. I actually have a picky little question, and you may have seen me posting several times about this, but when I give people access to a bundle and I then add further courses to them as they go through and they get access to specific courses, I can never get them to show up in the right order. And I know you can move them around like you did when you set up your surfing bundle. And I do that, but if I add additional courses alongside the bundle, that's when I can't seem to get them in the right order. Is there a way of doing that?
Yeah, we've had this problem before. I mean, I can move mine around and they show up. So I've had it where they haven't though. But I tend, if I'm using this method, I do it manually. I create my own manual blocks.
And that's what I'm thinking now will be good. The only problem is that people have a core set of courses and then they get individual access to different courses. So I've got to get my head around whether that's the way I continue to run my coaching, because it's causing me a lot of manual labor, and there should be an easier way to do it. So
yeah. I mean, we'll have a look at that. Paula, we'll have a look at that next week. Yeah,
cool. Okay, thanks very much.
There might be, we're going to have a master QA session as well. So what I might do is I might get you to write a load of questions down, and I can get these things signed off. Maybe I'll get Rakesh to accompany me that week. That way you can get it from the master himself,
Cool, thank you very much.
So that's all right, no problem. Are we all okay then? We're all okay, brilliant. Right, so I'm going to finish off today with a massive, now you might have, I don't know if you guys were on office hours. Some of you, I know some of you were. So, you've seen it. But what happened in there was Rakesh actually said about a new update that's coming out about recurring lives. So I know it's a big one because last week we covered lives, and there was an update that came out for that. And that's why I could run the live class and live webinar blocks, remember? So, and I didn't realize that, quite so quickly, that this new recurring lives is coming out. So I was like, oh, damn. It's a shame. If it was coming out, then I could have just done it in that. But so what I'm going to do is we're going to be running another live thing on classes, actually selling live classes, live workshops. And it couldn't come at a better time, because next week we're going to be finishing off and I'm going to be showing you how to set up this multi-page membership site. So with that comes the possibility for a lot of you guys that do online stuff and you're charging for your online workshops, comes the recurring lives, which is going to work with it. So I want to run that in. So I'm going to tell you how to do this bundle stuff and links and all this flashy stuff next week. And then a week afterwards, we're going to hit it with this recurring lives, which by then should be out. So Rakesh hasn't given me an exact time scale, but I know it's coming out pretty imminently. So I'm pretty sure in 2 weeks, before 2 weeks, it's going to be out. So pretty exciting stuff. So I'm going to finish up now. And next week, we're just going to finish off with the memberships. And then hopefully the week after, we can actually test out this new feature and I can go through it with you step by step. It's really easy once you kind of understand how it's working. But yeah, it'll be a good one. I think you guys will like it. And then we'll think what other workshops we can do for you guys. So have a good rest of the weekend, yeah?
Brilliant. Thank you very much, David.
That's all right. Take care, yeah?
Thanks, David. Get better soon.
Cheers, mate.
Great work, David. Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.